What is up, everyone? We're the One Stop Vids. I'm Professor Jack, he's the Dr. Dinosaur, and this is Magic Class Monday. We're going to go over the archetype of Burn, because it's both of ours comfort archetype, for the most part.
Well, I don't play a lot of stuff, but...
It's a very comfortable archetype given. It's very easy, it's very fast-paced. It's not much that honestly beat Burn.
True.
Most Burn players hit face. Again, it's a very, very fast game. You want to go over how you play your Burn deck?
Here's how I play my Burn deck. Turn 1, I'm trying to get a Goblin Arsonist out or a Monetary Swiftspear. I'm trying to hit you for 1 damage. Turn 2, all of a sudden, I'm trying to get out my Firebrand Archer. If I don't, I might have a Lightning Bolt and a Shock in my hand. That's 5 damage I'm getting you for. If not, I get the creature in the next turn, my burn spells are going to do 1 more damage. I'm trying to get you out by turn 4 or 5 to as low as health as possible, right from the get-go, so you won't really have time to react. There's a lot of ways to do that. Another thing, too, is my turn 2, I might just throw down my Young Pyromancer. I'm getting 1/1s. I have something to block with if you're pulling off some crazy combo where you're just going to hit me for a lot quick, which there's a lot of people that try and pull that.
Mm-hmm.
There's not... And a lot of the time it does have trample, but with Young Pyromancer, if you're burning them for a lot, you're going to get a lot of tokens to block with, or, you just take that damage and be like, great guy, you just did 8 damage to me. But now I'm going to burn you for 7 damage, and I have 3 creatures to hit you with now, too. So it's just about thinking quick and reacting quick and not giving your opponents much time to do much. And that's how I play Burn.
Now, how I play Burn is very similar. I do hit for phase, but most of the time I'm trying to create creatures off because I play a lot of Burny type creatures like Gutter Snipe, Firebrand Archer, and Thermal Alchemist, where they're always going to be burning you no matter if I play a spell that hits you or hits one of your creatures. So I play Burn more defensively, unless if I know I'm playing against either another Burn deck or a Mill deck, and then I'm just hitting face, because they're not going to really run creatures that hit me back. So there's 2 of our ways to how we play Burn. Burn's real weakness is kind of control, but mostly against lifelink. There's definitely ways to shut down lifelink. Like we said on a deck tech, there's Rampage and Ferocity Dawn, Havoc Festival. I'm sure there's more that I just can't think of off the top of my head. Also, there's a bunch of cards out there like Banefire, Fireball, for those if you're facing someone who makes your deck go to turn 6, turn 7, turn 8, where you just have the mana to be like, okay, tap everything, 8 damage to the face, I win. How would you sideboard a Burn deck? For a generic meta. Like if you're going into a Stir Blind.
I would honestly put in like 4 Dreadbores, so you have some removal, you can get rid of a Planeswalker or a creature. Then I would walk in also with 4 Rakdos Charms, because they give you a lot of options. If they're playing a wide deck, you can ping them for a lot that way. If they're not playing a wide deck, you can still get rid of an artifact. Tron's always a thing. Tron, I know, usually doesn't play that many artifacts, but since it's Colorless, I feel like it does. Affinity, that's another big one. There's just some people that are like me and also like to play cats and artifacts.
Yeah.
So that can get a lot of things. The Ferocidon's a great one to stop the lifelink guys in the sideboard. It's a lot of good options right there off the bat. You can do what he said and put in the Dragon Shieldy thing, so whenever red spells are gaining life. I feel like that one's the most...
I feel like the really generic one would be 2 of the Dragon Claws, 3 of the Ferocity Dawn.
I'd almost do 4 of the Ferocidon.
Probably 4 of the Ferocity Dawn.
I'd go 4 Ferocidon, 4 Charm, 4 Dreadbore, and just 3 of something else that you find really helps in your meta, which, for me, I always keep a Fireball in my sideboard. because you never know. Banefire is much better when you hit over 5. It can't be countered. I don't own it, so I can't suggest you to get that.
I mean, they're relatively cheap. I think they're like 90 cents or 80 cents right now.
Yeah, I just don't have it, so if I don't have it, I can't tell you to get it.
That's true.
How I feel Magic should be played.
Yeah.
Another great card, who's kind of expensive, and again, I don't have them, but I want to get them. Edelwine the Great Level. 2 reds, and whenever somebody plays a 2-mana or under card, they're taking a life or 2.
That takes out white weenies right there.
It takes out white weenies, but a lot of competitive decks, they have a lot of small drops. It affects everyone. It affects you, too. But it's also, yeah, I'm taking a couple damage, but I'm also hitting you for the lightning bolt, so I'm dealing the damage right back to you. And now you're still on a lower life, and you can't play your small stuff. It really limits your options.
It does.
And they're going to be looking at you like, is he stupid for still playing spells while he has that out? And you're just sitting there like, you don't know how much I'm limiting you and how I don't care, because I'm red. I'm the color of emotion. I'm hitting.
Here's one of the greatest things about Burn, in my opinion, is for a decent Burn deck, you're starting at like $70. Not many archetypes can say their baseline decent deck is 70. Most decent decks for Modern is 200, 300, 500. And the really good ones
I feel like for Modern, you can build a fun deck for around $100, but not always the greatest.
Well, I'm just saying like competitive level.
They all hit their major weaknesses, and Burn's just the funnest for cheap play-wise and how good it does. The other thing I like about Burn is I like Magic, I like playing it. I don't like playing Solitaire. I don't like playing 40 minutes of control versus control and it's just back and forth and almost nothing's happening. I want to know within 20 minutes who the winner of the game is going to be. I want us to be on the edge of our seat the whole time knowing there's explosive stuff going on. And I want to see some interaction back and forth. When you're just playing control and you're playing a game of mental inception to see who's going, it's not fun. More people get tripped up on small rules and there's arguments. And there's always that problem of anytime you go out to play F&M, at some point, it might not be every week, there's going to be a somewhat new player, it's going to confuse them, it's going to slow down the game, and chances are they're going to go home and be like, that guy was a jerk.
Or they're going to, even worse, be like, I'm not coming back to that store, I'm not coming back to the game in general, because that guy wouldn't let me play the game.
Yeah. Where I feel like they get burnt out, like they're kind of sad that they lose that quick, but at the same time, like, they see it, it's fun, they understand, and they can't be too upset about it. That's how I'm about it. If you beat me in a 40-minute control game, I'm salty. I'm a jerk. Kind of want to go home.
However, Burn versus Burn normally lasts a solid 20-25 minutes. Just because you always think like, do I actually want to hit that creature? Do I want to hit him? I know he's already running X amount of creatures.
But that's our take on the Burn archetype. We hope you had fun. We hope you learned something.
Go out and try to build a cheap Burn deck and play with your friends.
So, this was a Magic Class Monday talking about Burn. So on Wednesday, if you stand by, we're going to put out a different Burn deck than the one you've already seen for Monday, for our Deck Tech Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Then, on Friday night, you're going to be watching, or Friday afternoon usually, because that's when we put out our videos, you're going to be watching us play Burn versus Burn, just to get a little bit more of a feel for the archetype. We thought we'd do this one weekly theme, see how you guys like the archetype, and you can tell us about it. You can ask other basic archetypes that you want to see.
The only one we're ever going to say no to is doing a control versus control deck. Simply because neither one of us are really control players, and it's not fun to sit down and watch two people. No, you can't play that. No, you can't play that. No, you can't play that.
I do it if enough of YouTube really asks. But I try and only show you things that I'm interested in because I feel like that's what you react to. I don't want to show you something fake and unorganic and something that does not impress me and me pretend like, oh no, it's awesome and I love it.
Sure.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. solid blue players, they kind of disgust me.
No, blue white's further much worse.
Yeah, too. No, I'm gonna flashback this, and I'm gonna bounce him to my hand before you can target me, and then I'm gonna Snapcaster and get this out of my graveyard and get you. And 40 minutes later, oh, I finally have all the damage in. I hope you had fun.
You beat me with a 1-1.
Now we can get to game 2 maybe before the round's over.
Yeah. I don't like playing against control. No one does. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. You guys have been great.
Yeah.
Have a great one, everyone. Bye, guys.
Ride bikes.